Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Paducah, Kentucky, the site of tonight's ball game between the Paducah Chiefs and the Full Count Rhythm here at Brooks Stadium, Doc Heidig Field, as you see the head coaches out meeting with the three umpires tonight. We are hoping that we have good internet all night long. Bit spotty right now. We're using the local internet. That a little bit of information that I picked up. Terry Tripp Sr., the manager for Paducah Chiefs, out there speaking with the umpires and Josh Carman. We are set for game number 11 for each of these teams. Rhythm come in with a 7-3 record, best in the Ohio Valley League, first place in the South. And the Paducah Chiefs come in 5-5. That is good for third place. So they are on a 5-game losing streak, and the Rhythm on a 6-game winning streak. So it could all continue, or each streak could end tonight. Paducah won game 1 of the series earlier in the year, and when the Chiefs came to Drakes Creek in Hendersonville, the Rhythm turned the tables there and won that ball game 9-1. Robertson batting third, the DH tonight, Josh Seiler. Cooper Holbrook in left field, he'll hit cleanup. Caleb Nix over at first base, he will bat fifth. The 6-hole hitter, Ethan Huddleston, playing second base. Aiden Napier behind the plate, he will bat seventh. Walker Strange will hit eighth and play third base. Levi Perrell at shortstop, batting ninth. And on the mound for the Rhythm, Spencer Wilkins, 6'1", 200-pound redshirt sophomore, has been at Kennesaw State the last couple of years and now in the transfer portal, looking for a new place to play this next season. He's from Monticello, Georgia, the son of Mark and Lori Wilkins, a second-year player with the Full Count Rhythm. And for the Paducah Chiefs, leading off playing shortstop, Sammy Kostronic. Will Gibbs at second base, he'll bat second. Creighton Morse, the catcher, batting third. At the cleanup spot, Braden Frostman, new player that wasn't on my roster, 9.0 ERA. And he has been dealing 5 innings in each of his first 2 starts. First one was against the Clarksville Whirlybirds, and ended up with a tough luck loss there, as his offensive teammates could not push anything across for the Rhythm in the first shutout of the year and only the second shutout in their existence. Spencer Wilkins looking to have a great start here, as we have some early events, I guess, before the Paducah Chiefs game, as always. Kevin Pomeroy says the internet not working very well. Hopefully you can at least hear me, but looks like the internet is not going well. But anyway, we'll take our first break and we'll come back hopefully on the other side of the national anthem. Thanks for watching the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram knocks it out of the park with Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, all new vehicles come with a Rhythm exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles, no additional charge. That's a home run. Find your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram in Madison, just 10 minutes north of Nashville.
If you've got a dream, then we've got you covered. Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is like no other.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, That's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
For a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine & Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine & Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions, right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
It is National Anthem time.
Score home run deals from your hometown dealer. Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We've got Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every new vehicle comes with Rhythm's exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles at no additional charge. We've got great deals on deck, so step up to the plate. Find your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram at rhythmcdjr.com. Feel the rhythm, love the ride.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions, right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
And there is the singing of the national anthem. I believe every time we've been here, they've had a live performance of the national anthem. And we are moments away.
Now it's time to throw out the first pitch.
You see some of the players from the Paducah Chiefs still standing there looking over at the rhythm side to see who's going to break early, break first. Full count. The rhythm players just go ahead and get back into their dugout. Thanks for joining us on actually on YouTube and Facebook and on Twitter. A little bit concerned as we are not sure about the internet here today. Spencer Wilkins, who will be on the mound for the Rhythm, has already faced the Paducah Chiefs. He pitched in the 9-1 win back at Hendersonville. He'll get his third start, first start on the road, as he pitched game 1, and I believe it was game 6 that the Rhythm put the first loss on the books for these Chiefs, and they have lost 4 straight since that game. As always, you can send in a chat on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. Hopefully I'll respond. See that Lori Wilkins, the mother of Spencer, is watching down there in Monticello, Georgia. Vicki Maloney also checking in. She's a super fan. And I do want to tell you, those that were with us yesterday, I have to apologize. I went back and listened to the broadcast, and thankfully this microphone on these headsets did not pick up the super fan, or the mouth of Muhlenberg as I called him. It was so loud in my ear, but thankfully it was not. If I hadn't brought it up, I guess you probably wouldn't even have known it. So I just want to apologize for that fiasco that was one particular fan yesterday. And we're ready to go. First pitch swinging is Reese Holbrook, and that's a 1-3 put out on the first pitch. It started at 6:34 Central Time. Game time temperature 83 degrees as we get started with one out on one pitch. Another lefty, Drew Robertson, playing center field today. First time that he's played center since Reese Holbrook has been here. So they have swapped positions. Ealing delivers a pitch right in there for a called strike. Tapper up the middle, and that will get through for a base hit, and the hit machine that is Drew Robertson continues, leading the OVL in base hits. That was a seeing eye hit, and his baseballs are seeing well. Now Josh Seiler steps to the plate. He's a DH tonight. From Maryville, Tennessee. He looks at the first pitch in there for a called strike. Ealing delivering strikes. Caroline Donaldson watching from Columbia, South Carolina. Throw over to first base. Robertson back in time. The Quattrochis watching in Hickson/Soddy Daisy. That's in Tennessee. Swing and a miss on a off-speed pitch. Seiler down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Seiler 3 hits in 21 plate appearances, looking for his first extra base hit. Robertson leads but does not go, and he swings and just foul tips that ball out of the mitt of Creighton Morse. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Josh Seiler plays his college ball as a throw over to first base. Robertson back standing. He plays at Trevecca Nazarene University in Nashville, Tennessee. Started as a third baseman and then moved to the outfield. There goes Robertson, and there's a hit and run off the bat of Seiler, and Robertson will continue on to third base. And we'll have a CrossFit Hendersonville runners at the corners with 1 out. Actually would not have been a hit and run, but Seiler had to swing with 2 strikes. And he got jammed perfectly. That brings it to play Cooper Holbrook, the left fielder. He looks at a pitch on the outside corner. Doesn't necessarily agree with it. I don't know that I would either. I'm sitting just a little off to the right. It looked like it was clearly in that river area, maybe even in the left-handed batter's box. There's a line drive out to center field. Ben Brumbaugh will make the catch, tagging on the play. A throw is high, and Robertson will score the Framework Athletics first run of the game off the bat of Cooper Holbrook. Sacrifice fly. And the Rhythm up 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. Nice line drive, but stayed up in the air. And 2 outs now with Seiler standing at first base. Caleb Nix, the first baseman, in the transfer portal out of Lipscomb University. He swings at a breaking pitch, comes up empty. Nix 4 for 20 Also looking for his first extra base hit of the year. That's a pitch right there. He must have got locked up on. That looked like a pretty nice pitch. Maybe thinking that was going to be a fastball up, but I think he wishes he'd have that one back. 0-2 again. Runner goes. Ground ball to short. Kastronic up, and he's got time, makes the throw over to first base for out number 3, but the Rhythm strike first with 2 hits, 1 run, 1 runner left on base, and we're headed to the bottom of the first. You're listening to the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram knocks it out of the park with Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, all new vehicles come with a Rhythm exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles, no additional charge. That's a home run. Find your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram in Madison, just 10 minutes north of Nashville.
If you've got a dream, then we've got you covered. Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is like no other.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Spencer Wilkins out on the mound for the Rhythm. That usually means a lot of strikeouts and a lot of outs. Has only given up 1 earned run, and that was a home run on the first pitch that Merrick Carter saw in that Clarksville Whirlybirds game. He was the second batter up. He hit a opposite field home run to left center field. Rhythm scored 2 in the first in yesterday's game and snagged the lead early here with 1 in the top of the first. Sammy Kastronic steps in from Lincoln Trail College, Bloomington, Indiana, hometown. And Wilkins delivers. First pitch low. Kastronic hitting .286, played in all but 1 game for Paducah Chiefs. Ground ball to his counterpart, Levi Perrell, who gloves and throws over to Caleb Nix for out number 1. Two-0 pitch. Did not get the barrel of the bat on it like he had hoped. Jimmy Edwards says watching on YouTube internet a lot better. Host home family. Jimmy and Linda Edwards. Great to have them. First pitch to Will Gibbs misses. Not by much. Will Gibbs hitting .220. Fouls one that would have come right back up at you. Will Gibbs from Carson Newman, as several our players are. Harrison Travis, our first base coach, from Carson Newman, and Frankie Delgado. Popped up shallow in the infield. That's going to drop. Caleb Nix will have to play it on a hop and flip to Spencer Wilkins, who drops the ball. I was wondering why Ethan Huddleston was bending down on the ground. I thought maybe Will Gibbs had dropped something, but it was Spencer Wilkins that dropped something, and it was the baseball, kind of important. So I assume that will be An error on Wilkins. It was a jam shot as Creighton Morse steps up, fouls the first pitch off. That with the sun shining right in the eyes of the fielders on the right side of the infield and outfield. Throw over to first base, gets by, and Gibbs is on the run. He will round second base. Didn't even look like he stepped on second. Throw from Reese Holbrook into Walker Strange at third base keeps the runner at second, but so not a good start for Spencer Wilkins as he's picked up 2 errors on successive plays. So no balls, 1 strike to Creighton Morris, but a runner now in scoring position. There's a strike called. Spencer Wilkins is going to be looking for one of those Ks that he's had. 15 strikeouts in 10 innings. And he gets one right there. Swinging strike 3, and down goes the catcher, Creighton Morse. Now 2 outs. And the new man on the block, Braden Frostman. He's also from Lincoln Trail College. A town in Ohio I've never heard of, Okeana, O-K-E-A-N-A, Ohio. Didn't get a chance to Google that and see where that's at. Okeana. Being a Cincinnatian myself, but only living there for about 18 years, I don't know all the towns. I do know that there are 88 counties in Ohio. Frivolous information that this audience doesn't need. 2 balls, no strikes to the Chiefs right fielder. Chiefs hitting .220 on the year. That's good for 7th in the league, which is 4 spots better than the Rhythm. Now Spencer gone 3-0 to the cleanup hitter. On deck, Javi Beal, the first baseman. Strike called on a 3-0. Got some folks watching from Mazante, Nicaragua, the first mission trip group. Jeff Cruz, Tyler Cruz, left-hander for the Rhythm. And the 3-1 pitch that misses down. That'll put a runner at first and second with 2 outs. First walk for Spencer Wilkins. Rhythm players that are down there is Henry Jackson, second-year player for Full Count, and Tyler Cruz, son of Jeff Cruz. John Smithson's down there. Grady Edwards and his oldest son, Grant Edwards and his oldest son Grady are both down there. That is off the bat, and it will fall foul. That sounded like a cracked bat. The first pitch swinging Javi Beal. They'll have to pick up a new twig over at the Chiefs dugout. Don't think they swing Old Hickory bats. See if I can figure out. I don't know all the different bat manufacturers, and it doesn't matter. We swing Old Hickory. They're a great sponsor for Full Count and Full Count Rhythm. They sponsor the Full Count High School Fall League wood bat. Chad Lamberth and John, can't remember his last name. They've been great sponsors, supporters of Full Count for a long time. The pitch is in the dirt. It gets by Aiden Napier, and both runners will move up. Like a slider of some sort maybe, or something off speed went down in the dirt. Javi Beal from Southeastern Illinois College. Drives one to deep right center field. That's going to plate 2, and it will one-hop the wall. Reese Holbrook up with it. He'll get it back in the infield, and that is a 2-out double. And the Chiefs take a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Javi Beal's first double of the year. RBIs 6 and 7. He came in hitting 188. Ben Brumball steps to the plate. He swings at the first pitch, grounds that one foul. Walker Strange makes a backhand play and throw it back to Wilkins. So the first hit produces 2 unearned runs. Another broken bat, so 2 runs and 2 broken bats here in the bottom of the first inning for the Chiefs. Nana from Naperville checking in. Naperville, Illinois. Peg Gould. Drew Robertson's Nana. Super fan. She's a super fan. Had her for 3 years, haven't we? John Moyer. Oh, is no longer part of the Old Hickory. Okay. Popped up. That might be playable, and for somebody in the third row, and the lady in red could not make the play. And she's going to try to climb the railing. She wants the ball, and she gets it. I got 1-1. Doesn't matter. That ball's lifted out to center field. Drew Robertson will make the catch for out number 3. But the Chiefs take the lead with a 2 spot here in the bottom of the first. 2 out double by Javi Beal. 2 runs. There were 2 big errors in the inning. 1 hit and 1 runner left on base. We're through 1, 2-1, which was the final of the game. First win that Paducah ever had. Let's see if we can score some here in the bottom or the top of the second inning. You're listening to the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
This is home. So is this. And this. But home isn't just the stunning views or the rugged beauty. It's what you make of it. It's a place for joy and peace. A safe haven where memories are made. It's all of these things. Home is a feeling, and it's created by the people around you. This region is home, and we're so proud to be a part of it.
Ethan Huddleston leads off the top of the second inning. First pitch in there for a called strike. He grounds one toward third base. High hopper, going to be a tough play. And they pulled the first baseman off of first base. We'll see if they show that as a hit or an error. Throw actually pulled Javi Beal off the bag, but they'll give the Rhythm a base hit on that. Ethan Huddleston gets an infield single, third hit for the Rhythm. Brings up Aiden Napier, the catcher. He lines one over the head of the shortstop. Castronic. Rhythm have something going here early. 2 base hits, putting runners at first and second with nobody out. Walker Strange, the third baseman, will step to the plate, also in the transfer portal from Lipscomb University. Now snagged by Volunteer State Community College. I'll be covering him this next fall and, Lord willing, next spring. Strange from Knoxville, Tennessee. First pitch he sees is outside the zone. Jacob Ealing on the mound for the Paducah Chiefs from Arkansas Pine Bluff. Ground ball to short. That could be two. As Huddleston steps over at 6-4 to 3. The throw from second baseman Will Gibbs off the mark. So they'll get the middle runner. And we'll have another cross-fed Hendersonville runners at the corners.
Shortstop number 1, Levi Perel.
So Chad Lamberth is the sole owner of Old Hickory. Swing and a miss by Levi Perel. Walker Strange in at first. Another breaking pitch that misses down. Fastball stays inside. Trying to catch up on my text that I've got from my broadcast partner, Zach Williams and Brandon Jaggers, Dan Zettel. Ground ball that will get under the glove of third baseman Gage Griggs. There's an RBI single for Levi Perel from Catawba College, Lexington, North Carolina. And we are tied up. Runners now at first and second with one out. Ethan Huddleston scores the tying run, and Reese Holbrook will step in. He'll square around the bunt, pull the bat back, and a pitch is called a ball. Holbrook has come in hot for the Rhythm. 9 for 23. This is his 7th game of the year. Missed the first 4 games as he was finishing up the season with his college team, the University of North Carolina, who made it to the regionals. Brother of Cooper Holbrook is a second-year player. Reese decided to join him this summer. He taps one towards short. This will be a tough play. And Kostronic makes it, though. Holbrook runs well, and Kostronic charged hard and threw on the run to get the speedy Reese Holbrook. But on the play, Strange moves to third, and Perel moves to second. So 2 runners in scoring position with the hits king for the OVL stepping to the plate.
With 2 away, center fielder number 3, Drew Robertson.
So we'll see if the Rhythm can get a 2-out base hit, just as Paducah did in the bottom of the first inning. Robertson grounded a single up the middle on his first at bat and scored the Framework Athletics' first run of the game. He sees that first pitch in the dirt. Drew Robertson, also from Catawba College. It's 4 Catawba Indians on the Rhythm. 3 position players and 1 pitcher. Breaking pitch misses down and in. Drew from Beach High School there in Sumner County. Then went to Freed-Harbin and then to Catawba, and he lines one out to center field, but Ben Brumball will make the catch and get the ball back in the infield. I'm not sure if he was fully aware of how many outs there were, but Rhythm score 1 run. He had 3 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We're heading to the bottom of the second, all tied up. Listen to the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Spencer Wilkins back on the mound. Hopefully corrected the fielding issues that he had in that first inning. Dropped a underhand toss from Caleb Nix on a play, first baseman to pitcher, and then made an errant throw to attempt to pick that same runner off, who got over to second base, then struck out the next batter, then walked the next batter, had 2 outs and runners at first and second, but a double by Javi Beal scored 2. Left-handed hitting Nathan Lang, the left fielder, steps in. First pitch in there for a called strike. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. Kevin Pomeroy, they missed you on the bus. You're the entertainment. But we had Kennedy Carmen instead. Ground ball to the right side. We'll see if we get it right this time. Another flip, and Spencer Wilkins snags this one. So whatever he did in there, it worked. That was a more conventional ground ball to the right side. PFP, pitcher fielding practice. The first one was a pop-up that landed right in front of Caleb Nix as he was coming in to try to catch it on the fly, but I'm sure Spencer Wilkins thought that he was going to just catch that ball. So as Wilkins was running toward first base, he probably didn't have his heart set on having to go all the way to the bag. There's 2. I don't know where that missed. I thought I was going to say that's 2 quick strikes, but not called a strike. Maybe rode inside. But then I thought the flip was a pretty good one, but maybe Spencer was looking around for the base with his foot. That's another shallow pop up out to right field. Reese Holbrook will look up into the sky and make the catch for out number 2. That's more like it. Now 9-hitter Gunnar Bingham, the DH, steps to the plate. He is from Eddyville, Kentucky, and plays baseball at Murray State. 6 foot, 155-pound freshman. At least his second year here with Paducah, and it might be his third. I believe he was an incoming college freshman the first time that he played with the Chiefs. Doesn't look like he's eaten very well, though. He was pretty small, pretty thin when he came. If he put on the freshman 15, I don't know where he put it. Says he's 6'1", 155, and he swings and fouls that one off the screen. On another 2-0 pitch. Bingham hitting .240. This is his 8th game of the year. Pitch misses outside. Count goes 3 balls and a strike. Leadoff batter Sammy Kostronic on deck. There's a ground ball to Huddleston at second. He charges, gloves, throws, and there's a 1-2-3 inning for the Rhythm and Spencer Wilkins. We are headed to the 3rd inning, all tied up 2-2. You're listening to the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
At Jersey Mike's, they slice your order fresh right in front of you. And let me tell you, watching that can send a rush of emotions through a person. Excitement, impatience, baby-like wonder, indecisive, anticipatory chewing, nervous pacing, happy claps, and finally, jealousy. Because that's this guy's sub. I should order one. Good idea. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Here at Pizza Ranch, our research tells us kids love our buffet. All right, kids, to recap, your favorite things about eating at Pizza Ranch: pizza, chicken leg. Wait, who said pudding plate? Joey, what's a pudding plate?
It's a plate full of pudding.
Carl, put it on the board. Kids love Pizza Ranch, and parents love that kids eat free on Tuesday nights.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
I think this kid is onto something.
Seeing that Pizza Ranch commercial, I need to go back there. We had 3 days in a row where during the kids camp that they had invited the rhythm players and the campers over there. I got to get by there one time, and that food was delicious. So I need to head on over there once again. Kennedy Carmen, did you like it as well? She liked it. She got a head nod going. Young girl of few words was never said. She's being quiet up here, though. Josh Seiler fouls that one down the right field line. A diving attempt by Braden Frostman, and he is unable to make the catch. Count goes no balls and 2 strikes. Over by the rhythm dugout, the home plate in the shaded area, everything else in the bright sunlight. There is a left field lounge, amazingly, down the left field line that's providing a little bit of shade. Hard shot to Kostronic at short. He catches on 2 hops and throws over to Beal for out number 1. Dan Zettel said that they had to go out and then back in. Not sure if that was on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. I would assume they're YouTube folks. The Shannon Zettel, mother of Ethan Huddleston. Dan Zettel, stepfather, is Cooper Holbrook, grounds 1 foul. And so you might have to play around with your set there a little bit. I'm showing a green box here right now, but not sure if that'll last a long time. Holbrook with a swing that he'd like to have back right there. Is a little smile into the dugout. He's pretty happy that Abner Doubleday decided to have 3 strikes in the game of baseball and not just 2. That's a 55-footer. That does not draw a swing. Another pitch outside. Count now goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 in the 3rd. Jacob Ealing out for inning number 3. That's a shot down the third base line, but it gets into the bullpen. Karam's back out into fair territory. Third baseman Gage Griggs will toss it over to the dugout. Nathan Lang out in left field. Ben Brumbaugh in center. Braden Frostman at right field. Another slow roller. Ealing gets off the mound. Makes the catch. A high throw, but Beal's able to keep his foot on the bag. And there's 2 outs. Ealing came off the mound, fielded the ball, but his right foot kind of lost traction just briefly. But he did not fall down. Caleb Nix, who grounded out to short in his first at-bat, steps to the plate with nobody on. 2 outs. First pitch at the knees for a called strike. Gage Griggs at third. Sammy Kostronic at short. Will Gibbs at second. Javi Beal. And looks like Kostronic's going to get another shot at it. There's a 1-2-3 inning for Jacob Ealing. And Kostronic's getting his name mentioned pretty regular. 1, 2, 3, 4 chances already here in 3 innings of work. We're headed to the bottom of the 3rd on the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Race back in Paducah, Kentucky, where the Rhythm are taking on the Paducah Chiefs. Top of the order for Paducah in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Sammy Kastronic, Will Gibbs, Creighton Morse. Kastronic looks at a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. He grounded out to Levi Perrell, leading off the game for the Chiefs. And he hits a soft line drive that Perrell's able to snag before it hits the ground for out number 1. Will Gibbs will step on, and he was the catalyst with a jam shot pop-up toward Caleb Nix down at first base. Nix not able to come in and catch it on the fly, but swing and a miss there. As he flipped to Wilkins, ball was dropped, and Gibbs ended up scoring the first run for the Chiefs, who scored 2 in the bottom of the first after the Rhythm scored 1 in the top. Rhythm now scored 1 in the top of the second, put zeros on the board. 2 straight half innings. There's a fly ball out to Drew Robertson, who will move 5 steps to his left and make the catch for out number 2. Heard that Corson Fire commercial and reminded me again of Grant Edwards, who's down in Mazante, Nicaragua. And I believe this is the first trip that his son Grady has been on. I may be incorrect about that, but I think it's the first time that he's been down there at least to play baseball. And it's one of the great families in Full Count is Grant and Ashley Edwards, and there are a lot of them. God sure has assembled a lot of fantastic people for this ministry. 3 straight pitches. Spencer Wilkins gets his second strikeout, and the second time he's gotten Creighton Morse on 3 pitches. So another 1-2-3 inning for Spencer, and that is now 7 in a row after that 2-out double by Javi Beal. We're headed to the 4th. It's going quickly, folks. You listen to the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
Whatever your destination in life, you can get there easier with a checking account from F&M Bank. At F&M, our checking accounts give you the tools you need to manage your money well, like our smart free checking account that's actually free, because sometimes the basics are more than enough. Making lives better by making banking easier. Come see us at one of our branches or online at myfmbank.com. F&M Bank. Banking made easy. On purpose. Member FDIC.
Slim Chickens makes it easy to feed your hungry crowd. Fresh hand-breaded tenders, perfectly fried wings, and all the southern sides made fresh for you. It's easy. Just order on the Slim's app or website and leave everything to us. You can get it delivered right to your door. Any party, any size. Slim's has your crowd covered. Download the Slim Chickens app to order and earn rewards.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese back in Paducah. We'd like to thank our title sponsor, Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, for their support of Full Count Rhythm Baseball, located at 2210 Gallatin Pike North in Madison, Tennessee. You can reach them at Rhythm CDJR, which is Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.com. Rhythm CDJR.com. Thanks to Ryan Duncan and his crew out there for their support. Now 3 years of Rhythm baseball. Leading off for the Rhythm is Ethan Huddleston. First pitch from Jacob Ealing misses down low. A shot again down that left field line, gets into the bullpen, but it's foul. Where most bullpens are located, in foul territory. Christy Hassel checking in on Facebook. You're on fire, Music City Fire and Sprinkler, or Corson Fire. We don't need to cool these bats off, though. Do have 5 hits in the game already, and that has been one of the slow things that are going on here with the Rhythm this year. The pitching has been there, but the bats just have not gotten going, and love to see this guy right here who nearly gets plunked with ball 4. Glad he was able to get out of the way of that one. Another leadoff batter on base. 2 out of 4 innings. Ethan Huddleston has been that leadoff batter each time. He had an infield single to third base. Now Aiden Napier, the catcher, who had a line drive single over shortstop's head in that 1-run second inning. He was erased on a fielder's choice. Huddleston stays, and a swing and a miss. One ball, one strike here in the top of the 4th inning. 207 batting average for the Rhythm coming in. There's a high fly ball down the left field line. Should go to the left field lounge, and it does. Does not appear as though anyone was hit with that, but didn't appear as though anybody was trying to make a play down there either. So come to the left field lounge. You go down there to eat and drink. You don't bring your glove, I guess. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not a large crowd here at Paducah. Fireworks the last time we were here, but don't know that there's a firework promotion today. And Aiden Napier tried to hold up but could not as he started that swing and tried to at least get a piece of the ball but was unable. There's the first strikeout for Ealing and the first out here in the 4th. Walker Strange steps up, hit a ground ball to Sammy Kostronic, a shortstop. With runners at first and second, they were only able to get the 1. Huddleston stays put, ground or pitches in the dirt. Natural turf here, natural grass. There is some artificial turf right in front of each dugout. You're looking at 2 teams in the Ohio Valley League that do not have a home run, as Walker Strange hits one high to left field, but not anywhere near close enough to get out of the ballpark. And Nathan Lang makes the catch for out number 2. Henderson Flash, who the Rhythm will play tomorrow in Hendersonville, lead the OVL with home runs. I believe they have 6. Neither the Paducah Chiefs nor the Rhythm have put a ball over the fence in fair territory yet this year. First pitch to Levi Perel in there for a called strike. singled in his first plate appearance. Swing, going to miss at a slider up top. Down in the count, 0-2 after the leadoff walk to Ethan Huddleston. Strikeout and a flyout. Reese Holbrook on deck. Perrell, a second-year player, and there goes Huddleston. Pitches inside. They're going to throw down to second base. A lot going on there as the throw down to second base is not in time to get Huddleston, and the check of the swing by Perrell with the first base umpire says he did not go. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Huddleston with a stolen base. That is Ethan's second in as many tries. A runner now in scoring position. If Perrell can get one safely into the outfield. Shot down that left field line, since somebody's scattering down in the bullpen, but it hits off the screen in front. There are a few guys that are sitting outside, I guess, of that fence on the playing surface. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Huddleston at second base. Another foul ball that catches just the top of the backstop screen. Six-foot, 170-pound junior Levi Perrell, son of Andrew and Gabi Perrell. Great to have them back for year number 2. That's shot out to left center field. That could get down, and it will. It'll be cut off at the left fielder before getting to the fence, but there is a 2-out double by Levi Perrell as he trades places with Ethan Huddleston and gives the Rhythm a 3-2 lead. Second RBI for Perrell. He drove in Huddleston in the second inning, so he and the double play combination, that dudette double play combination of Levi Perrell and Ethan Huddleston, also working on the offensive side here. Reese Holbrook has an opportunity to do the same thing. He's 0 for 2. So the 6th hit for the Rhythm produces run number 3. Two balls, no strikes. Levi Perrell's 3rd and 4th RBIs here in this ball game, and his 6th and 7th hits. Catches the outside corner on the 2-0 pitch. Drew Robertson came in with 15 hits in 10 games. Did not hit in yesterday's game, but did get on the mound for the Rhythm. There's a ground ball to third. Picked up by Griggs and thrown over to first base. For out number 3. But another run on the board on 1 hit. No errors. 1 runner left on base. We are through 3.5 innings. The Rhythm bouncing back and forth between the Chiefs as to who has the lead, which is not great when you're the visiting team. So, but for now, they're leading 3-2 on the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
Score home run deals from your hometown dealer. Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We've got Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every new vehicle comes with Rhythm's exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles at no additional charge. We've got great deals on deck, so step up to the plate. Find your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram at rhythmcdjr.com. Feel the rhythm, love the ride.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions, right here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I just saw Chris Carroll in that Volunteer State Bank commercial, I believe. Long Hollow Church member. Thank you to Volunteer State Bank for supporting Full Count Rhythm baseball. First pitch swinging, Braden Frostman fouls that pitch from Spencer Wilkins. Straight behind the press boxes. 3 press boxes here. One dead center. That's where the PA man, Dave Routon. Breaking pitch popped up. It looks like it's playable for Levi Perrell, now backing out into the grass. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Dave Routon is the public address announcer here, has always been very, very kind to me when I've been up here, asked if there's anything I need to just ask and be happy to oblige. Does a great job on PA. He's not Mark McDaniel, but he probably only does it for a living. Not like he sells real estate too. Crowd, everybody who's here is right in front of my window. Javi Beal now hitting with nobody on base. Catches a strike there, 2 balls and a strike. Came in, as I said, hitting 188. Drove the ball into right center field, one hop the fence, and there's a ground ball that will go foul. Caleb Nix will knock it down. It's the best view we can give you from this press box to the right of home plate. There's another press box to the left where Todd Hamilton and the radio crew is, as Wilkins takes something off of that one and gets Javi Beal swinging for his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. Somebody's going to pick up a good pitcher right here. Not sure where Spencer's looking right now, but I'm sure he's got several offers after being at Kennesaw State for a couple years. Had come off surgery from last year. Fastball with a little oomph on it, catches that outside corner. Brumball fouls that one off. Count now 0-2. Spencer had 8 appearances a year ago, and that was in the regular season. We did determine that he had an appearance in the playoffs as well. 0-2 pitch. Tapped foul into or over the top of the Paducah dugout. 3 starts at a 2-0 record, 26+ innings of work. Only gave up 14 hits, struck out 32 batters. There's a line drive that'll get into that left field lounge again. Hopefully people are paying attention down there. See some little kids running around down there. Looks like a nice place to catch a ball game. My broadcast partner the last time we were here, Zach Williams, swing and a foul tip into the glove of Aiden Napier's strike 3. Zach Williams went down there and checked out that left field lounge when we found out we couldn't broadcast. He came back feeling pretty good. No, I'm just kidding. He did not drink any alcohol on that visit. We're through 4, 3-2 full count leads. Listen to the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese, Kennedy Carmen back here in Paducah, Kentucky. She's my intern, but she's not really pushing any buttons or anything. She did take a picture of me earlier. I guess if I needed a hamburger, she'd probably run and get it, but she's looking pretty comfortable in that high chair over there with her, what do you call that, buffalo check blanket that she's got. She's got a sweatshirt on. I've got it pretty cool up here in the press box, as it was 83 degrees here at game time, but should cool down nicely here. And looks like all the stands now is in the shade. First pitch swinging through. Robertson grounds one down the first base line, but it goes foul. Robertson, Seiler, and Cooper Holbrook to face Jacob Ealing here in the fifth inning. Robertson 1 for 2, singled up the middle and lined out to the center fielder. Ground ball to short. Castrana getting lots of work, throws on the run, and that ball's in the dirt. Robertson will head on down to second base. It gets out of play, so he will get second base on the overthrow. That will be an error on Sammy Kostronic, and apologize, I didn't get over to that camera. My first error, so E on the broadcaster. It's not true. There's been several errors. But a leadoff batter on base for Rhythm. Seiler steps in. Breaking pitch catches the outside corner. First error for the Chiefs. There's Seiler again. He deposits one out into right field. Robertson held at third base by third base coach Caleb Abney. Now CrossFit Hendersonville runners at the corners again with nobody out. Josh Seiler's second single. He's gone the other way. He must have had a meeting with his hitting coach. Said, hey, let's start going the other way, which not sure if that's Josh Carmen, who's a volunteer assistant coach over at Trevecca, or not, but whatever it is, Seiler's 2 for 3 today. Cooper Holbrook steps in. He hits a ground ball to short, could be 2. 6-4. The 3 is not in time to get a Holbrook. Grounds into a force out, drives in a run. And the Rhythm take a 4-2 lead. Holbrook replaces Seiler at first base. Caleb Nix steps in. First pitch down low to the 6'7", 200 and a bunch. As 6'7" goes, a runner goes, fouled off down that third base line. I think he told me he's 280. I don't think he looks a bit over 275 myself, but 6'7", 280 from Dalton, Georgia. Looking to get untracked here. Drive a ball in a gap or over the fence. And Holbrook, who was leaning, throw over to first base, not in time. Starts to go, the pitch goes high, and Holbrook does not. So Josh had a meeting with his hitting coach, and it happens to be his dad, huh? Okay, there goes Holbrook there, swing and a miss. Throw down to second base is not in time to get Cooper Holbrook. So with one out, another runner in scoring position as Holbrook gets his 9th stolen base in 10 attempts. He leads the squad. Holbrook off again. Fly ball to left field. Holbrook going to have to go back. Catch is made in left field. Throw back to second base is not in time. I assume that he retouched third base as he was supposed to do. I think he was actually standing on third base when he saw that Nathan Lang was going to make that catch, but he had that base stolen. 2 outs now. Nathan Huddleston will do something he hasn't done all game, and that's not lead off an inning. He singled and scored in the second, walked and scored in the fourth, and there goes Holbrook. He just wants to go. That ball gets by the catcher, Creighton Morse. Holbrook will get into third base with a stolen base. So now 10 on the season. Rhythm come in 6th in the league, had 26 of 30 bags stolen, which was good for 6th. Paducah was tied for 4th in the league. So Huddleston with 2 outs, looking to get a 2-out RBI right here. There's a pitch, catches the inside corner. Let's put that first ball up there. So James Seiler is the reason for Josh Seiler's 2 hits today. Gone to the right side. Told him to quit trying to pull the ball so much and let's go opposite field. Whatever whatever you said, James, it worked. James and Chris Seiler in Maryville. Parents of Josh Seiler, our DH today. And Huddleston working toward another walk here. 3 balls and a strike from Jacob Ealing. Nobody working in the Paducah Chiefs bullpen right now as Holbrook starts to run down the line. There's a shot ground ball to third. Griggs has it, throws over to first base, and that will retire Huddleston for the 3rd out. But another run tacked on for the Rhythm on a run scored by Drew Robertson, RBI by Cooper Holbrook. Now lead 4-2. Here going to the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions, right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese riding solo without my partner, Zach Williams, who's sitting on the couch, eating cheeseburgers and drinking sweet tea, having his 7+ month pregnant wife wait on him hand and foot. Big swing and a miss to start the inning off. Nathan Lang, the left fielder, grounded out to first base in his first plate appearance. Now swung through 2 pitches from Spencer Wilkins. Out for inning number 5. Nobody warming up in the bullpen. I wonder if Spencer's going to be stretched just a little bit. It's gone 5 innings in his first 2 starts. Then he catches that inside corner for strike 3. First caught looking and third strikeout in a row. 5th of the game for Spencer as he's starting to heat up here against the Chiefs. Gage Griggs, the third baseman, steps in. He drills one to the left of the third base coach down there. See if I can figure out who that is. They've got about 4 of them here now. Another one grounded foul down that third base line. This one a little bit closer to the bag, not closer to the coach. Looking at the wrong book. Terry Tripp Sr. is the head coach. That one 0-2 pitch fouled off toward the parking lot. Leon Worth, pitching coach, former Major League scout. Gary Hinchin is an assistant coach, who's the third base coach down there. Breaking pitch in the dirt. I think maybe Jay Smith is the coach at first base. He looks like the picture. It's lined out to Ethan Huddleston softly, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Been some soft line drives off of bats today. At least 2 broken bats for the Chiefs. Gunnar Bingham, who grounded out to Huddleston to end the second inning, steps in. So Henry Jackson, Tyler Cruz on mission down in Mazante, Nicaragua this week. Swinging a foul tip into the glove. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next week, Jonah Smithson, Logan Harrell, Aiden Napier, who's behind the plate, catching Spencer Wilkins, along with pitching coach Tyler Sills. And then last year's first base and hitting coach Carlos Lara and Hunter Steger, who played with the Rhythm in year number 1, are all headed down to Mazante for week number 2 in June. There'll be 2 weeks of mission in June and then 3 in July. A couple players, Jackson Benjamin and Carson Howard, will be heading down there. As a ground ball to Caleb Nix at first. He gloves and steps on the base himself for another 1-2-3 inning for Spencer Wilkins. That is now 13 straight that Spencer has set down. So he is cruising. He is Tyler cruising right now. We are headed to the 6th. See if we can get him some more runs. 4-2 full count leads. You are watching and listening to the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
Whatever your destination in life, you can get there easier with a checking account from F&M Bank. At F&M, our checking accounts give you the tools you need to manage your money well, like our smart free checking account that's actually free. Because sometimes the basics are more than enough, making lives better by making banking easier. Come see us at one of our branches or online at myfmbank.com. F&M Bank, banking made easy on purpose. Member FDIC.
Slim Chickens makes it easy to feed your hungry crowd. Fresh hand-breaded tenders, perfectly fried wings, and all the southern sides made fresh for you. It's easy. Just order on the Slim's app or website and leave everything to us. You can get it delivered right to your door. Any party, any size. Slim's has your crowd covered. Download the Slim Chickens app to order and earn rewards.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Welcome back to Paducah, Kentucky, where we have a pitching change for the Chiefs. We have now a brother pitching to a brother for Paducah. That is Colby Morse in for Jacob Ealing. Colby Morse now throwing to his brother Creighton Morse. They're both from Harrisburg, Indiana. Colby Morse shows he goes to SIU, Southern Illinois University. Creighton goes to Murray State. Colby will face Aiden Napier, Walker Strange, and Levi Perrell to begin the 6th inning. Jacob Ealing goes 5 innings, gives up 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. It's the first pitch from Colby is high. Ealing walked 1, struck out a batter. He is on the hook right now for the decision. The only decision he could get is a loss, which is any decision he gets would be his first. There's a strike at the letters on the outside corner. Aiden Napier from Trevecca Nazarene University. Grounds 1-2 second. Charging is Will Gibbs. He throws on the run, and he'll retire the rhythm catcher for out number 1 here in the top of the 6th inning. Napier now 1 for 3 from Lipscomb Academy. He's hometown in Nashville, Tennessee, an accounting major over at Trevecca. Son of James and Brooke Napier. Brooke, you fit right in. There's a lot of Brooks in the full count ministry. First pitch to Walker Strange in there for a called strike. Kennedy Carmen, do you happen to know anybody in the full count ministry named Brooke? Your mother? Swing and a miss by Strange. Brooke Carmen, Brooke Bogle, Brooke Jaggers. Yes. There's a 58-foot breaking pitch. Creighton's probably got some words for his brother later on that can't share right now. Vicky Maloney says, hello, Kennedy. Do you know Vicky Maloney? Is that Aunt Vicky? Aunt Vicky? No? Grandma? Okay. I knew there's some family right there. Tyler Cruz checking in. He and Henry. Don't let Alex Montiel or Hada Rubio as that pitch comes high and tight. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We have not had a full count yet today. And we don't on this batter either as Walker Strange swings through a high fastball. First strikeout for Colby Morse. He retires the first 2 batters that he faces, and that brings up Levi Perrell from Lexington, North Carolina, 6 foot, 170 pound junior. Slick fielding shortstop. First pitch in there for a called strike. Had a very good year with the stick this year with Catawba. Slices one into the rhythm dugout. I hope everybody's okay there. There was a line drive that went into the press box up at Muhlenberg County yesterday and ended up texting with Wade Gish, their play-by-play man. He said it exploded the tripod that the camera was on. The camera took a direct hit, but it kept on ticking. Line drive to his counterpart. So both shortstops have hit line drives to each other today. I guess that's the fun thing to do. But a 1-2-3 inning, and the Rhythm do not score. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. Quick game here up at Paducah. You're listening to the Rhythm Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
This is home. So is this. And this. But home isn't just the stunning views or the rugged beauty. It's what you make of it. It's a place for joy and peace. A safe haven where memories are made. It's all of these things. Home is a feeling, and it's created by the people around you. This region is home, and we're so proud to be a part of it.
Head to the bottom of the sixth inning. Spencer Wilkins out for the sixth, his longest outing of the year. I had a reminder yesterday of the 9-inning complete game one hitter that he threw at Muhlenberg County. Shut out last year, and I believe that was his first start. What a way to start it. Gone 2 balls, no strikes to Sammy Kostronic, the leadoff batter, who's 0 for 2. Ground out to Perrell at short and a line out to Perrell at short. Now gone 3 balls and no strikes. He's retired 13 straight batters. Going to have some work to do to retire Kostronic, and there's a building block right there. Fastball right down the can. Kostronic from Bloomington, Indiana. 5'8", 145 pounds, and he will take his base. First base runner since Javi Beal drove in the 2 runs in the first inning. First walk given up by, second walk. He walked Braden Frostman right ahead of that double. Will Gibbs steps in. Throw over to first base, not in time. He reached on an error in the first, scored a run, and flew out in the third. There's a called strike to Gibbs. Carson Newman Eagle. He will square to bunt, pull the bat back, and the pitch is outside. Kostronic 5 stolen bases in 6 attempts. Not going here. Pitch is fouled off to the right side. Wilkins now ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Their leading stealer of bases is Gage Griggs, the third baseman. He has 10 in 12 attempts. There's a reach out and touch me ball. Huddleston gloves, able to throw over to Nix, but throw is just a little bit wide. Nix expecting that ball not so far out to the outfield side, and they'll give Will Gibbs an infield single, putting runners at first and second with nobody out. That's their second hit of the ball game. So Spencer Wilkins in a bit of a bind here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch to Creighton Morse is outside, and that will draw a visit from pitching coach Tyler Sills. Brought to you by, let's see, who we pick out of here today. Cross-driven construction, driven by purpose. Go to www.crossdrivenconstruction.com. He has a Bible verse on his ad. I believe that's Brandon Shell that owns Cross-Driven Construction. Colossians 3:23, it says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not men. Speaking of verses, stay tuned because we're going to have a Full Count Ministries verse of the game provided by Kennedy Carmen today. Also stay tuned for a ground ball to Perel, 6-4 to 3, and there is a dat double play. 2 outs provided on 1 pitch after the mound visit by Tyler Sills, brought to you by Cross Driven Construction. Just what the doctor ordered for Spencer Wilkins. Ball was hit a little bit softly. I wondered if they were going to be able to turn that, but Creighton Morris apparently not the fleetest of foot, and he unable to beat that throw from Huddleston over to Nix as Braden Frostman steps up and takes a big cut. Another big cut right there. Looks like Wilkins is taking something off of his fastball there. Frostman walked and scored in the first and popped out to the shortstop. Grounds 1 to third. Nice play by Walker Strange, and he throws over to Nix, who digs it out for out number 3. So a nice bounce back there by Spencer Wilkins, who gets out of the 2 runners on with nobody out jam. And nice plays by the infielders, Walker Strange, Levi Perel, Ethan Huddleston, and Caleb Nix. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We're headed to the 7th. You're listening to the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram knocks it out of the park with Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, all new vehicles come with a Rhythm exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles, no additional charge. That's a home run. Find your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram in Madison, just 10 minutes north of Nashville.
If you've got a dream, then we've got you covered. Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is like no other.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Top of the order coming up for the Rhythm here in the top of the 7th inning. Reese Holbrook, Drew Robertson, Josh Seiler looking to put a squiggly mark up on the board. Only 1s in 4 innings. And Holbrook rounds 1 to third. Griggs throws on to first base. 1 pitch, 1 out. Not what Reese Holbrook was thinking about as he was getting ready for that at bat. He's now 0 for 4. Second ground out to third base. Drew Robertson 1 for 3, steps in. Does not swing at the first pitch. Wishing he could have. That pitch right down the can from Colby Morris, in for his 2nd inning of work. Another pitch catches the outside corner. Now Robertson down in the count 0-2. Fouls that breaking pitch off. Last time we were here, he fouled one off, and that light is still hanging straight down. That is right behind the dugout, third base dugout. And he shattered the bulb protector, or the glass that's in front of the light bulb. I got 1 ball, 2 strikes. The scoreboard shows 2 balls, 2 strikes. Doesn't matter. He pops that one up into shallow left field. On comes Nathan Lang, and he calls off Kastronic and makes the catch. So 2 up, 2 down, as Colby Morris has retired all 5 batters that he's faced. But he doesn't know about Josh Seiler's secret weapon is hitting coach father. Breaking pitch misses down low. Josh Seiler, 6'4", 180 pounds. You know he looks a little bit more than 180. I think you lied to me. You're 6'4". He's pretty well built there now. Mom, Dad, you might have to. You probably don't know that either. Working a 3-0 count here. He is 2 for 3, 2 singles to right field, right between the first baseman and the second baseman. He will look at a 3-0 pitch right down the can. Morse working quickly, and that will be ball 4 that just outside and the first base runner to reach. 2 out. Base runner Josh Seiler brings up Cooper Holbrook. Holbrook sacrifice fly in the first, drove in the first run of the game, grounded out to the pitcher and grounded into a fielder's choice, then stole second, stole third, but was restrained there. Lines one over the second baseman's head into center field. Seiler will look like he will go to third base, but he will retreat back to second. Runners now first and second as Cooper Holbrook gets his first hit of the ball game. Hit number 8 for full count brings up Caleb Nix, who's looking for a knock. He's 0 for 3, 2 ground outs and a fly out. Dalton, Georgia, looking for a new home in which to play his college baseball. There's a shot up the middle, gets by the pitcher. Seiler coming to the plate. The throw is high over the catcher's head, and backing up is Colby Morse. It's the second time that Ben Brumball has missed the cutoff man. And another run in for the Rhythm. We'll have a mound visit, base hit, and an RBI by Caleb Nix. Hot shot that took the feet out from underneath Colby Morse. Snuck into center field. Cooper Holbrook moves over to third base. Josh Seiler scores. Let's see if the Rhythm can actually put something other than a 1 up on that scoreboard in an inning. This is a 2-out rally, though. Josh Seiler walked. Cooper Holbrook with a base hit, and then Caleb Nix with a base hit after Colby Morse was cruising, retired the first 5 that he faced. We have a CrossFit Hendersonville runners at the corners, thanks to Ryan and Lindsay McDuffie. Not only are they the owners of CrossFit Hendersonville and support Full Count Ministries and Full Count Rhythm, they're also the host home to Cooper Holbrook. They live right next door to the Davenports, who are the host home to Reese Holbrook. The Davenports, I think, have the pool, and I think the McDuffies have the pond. Pool and a pond. Pond be good for you. Ethan Huddleston up with 2 outs. And sees a fastball high and tight. Huddleston 1 for 2, scored twice. Looking for a big 2-out knock right here. Swing and a miss. Ethan was up with Holbrook at third base in the 5th inning and ended up grounding out to the third baseman. Nix won't be going anywhere. He's at first. Another swing and a miss on a high fastball. And Huddleston now down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Big help last night by Noah Huddleston, older brother to Ethan by about 3 years. He was up at Muhlenberg County yesterday and helped me get set up and also tear it down after the ball game. Swing and a miss. Huddleston could not lay off the high fastballs. And the Rhythm get another one run in the top of the 7th and lead 5-2. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th, see if Spencer Wilkins comes out of the dugout for the Rhythm. You're listening to the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions, right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
What, did y'all do some toe tapping at home? They don't do it like we do it at Hendersonville. They don't play Johnny Cash. They actually play Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And they have a crowd mic. They have a wireless mic. They walk around and have people sing into it. There's a lot of people up here that cannot sing. I'll just tell you that. And for some reason, they like to get on that microphone. Ground ball to short. Perrell, gloves. Throws over to first base, and Javi Beals retired. And yes, Spencer Wilkins is out for the bottom of the 7th inning. Ben Brumbaugh steps in, swings at a high fastball and misses. Brumbaugh 0 for 2. Fly out in a strikeout. Pitch right down the Broadway. Taken by Brumbaugh, the center fielder. Another Lincoln Trail College from Harrisburg, Illinois. 5'11", 175 pounds. A lot of smaller players on this team. There's another ground ball to short. Ball hops up off the glove of Levi Perrell and goes into left field. Cooper Holbrook will retrieve it. Brumbaugh will reach on the error. This natural grass and dirt, and it was just a matter of time before one of those balls that Perrell was going to be charging was going to take a hop. Brings up Nathan Lang. Sees the first pitch in there for a strike. Lang is grounded out and struck out. Third error of the ball game for Full Count. First one for Perrell in a while, I believe. Pitch just misses. Throw over to first base. Not in time. Brumbaugh with 3 steals has not been caught. Spencer Wilkins, that start last year in Muhlenberg County was his first start of the year as he gets Lang to swing over a changeup. There's out number 2. 6 strikeout. Gage Griggs steps in. He's 0 for 2. Soft line out to second base. Fly out in the second inning. He looks at a called strike. Wilkins went those 9 innings on June 27th against Muhlenberg County. One hit, 4 walks, 12 strikeouts. After 5 relief appearances. First 5 times to step on the mound for the Rhythm a year ago. There's a fastball that just misses. Count goes 2 balls and a strike. That one in the dirt. Snagged by Aiden Napier behind the plate. In his 4 starts, one which was in the playoffs, he went 9 innings, 4 innings, 6 innings, 7 innings. And there's ball 4. That is his 3rd walk of the game, putting runners now at first and second. And number 9 hitter Gunnar Bingham steps in as Juan Anderson starts to get loose in the Rhythm bullpen. Playoff game against Hoptown at Hoptown. Spencer went 7 innings. He had about 5 hits and 1 run. It was earned, did not walk a batter, struck out 10, and there's a line drive into right field. That'll drive in at least 1. Reese Holbrook up with it. Gets it back to Caleb Nix, and that is a 2-out single by Gunnar Bingham. The 9-hole hitter. Score now 5-3. Gage Griggs moves over to third base. Brumball scores. An unearned run. Fly ball, that will get out of play into the Rhythm bullpen. Maybe Logan Harrell down there. Possibly also getting loose. Breaking pitch misses outside. Aunt Lori watching from Seymour. I believe that's Tennessee. Fouled straight back by Sammy Kostronic, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Batting here in the bottom of the 7th are the Chiefs on a 5-game losing streak and the Rhythm on a 6-game winning streak. That will go to the Chiefs dugout. Full count gave Paducah its first loss of the year after they won the first 5 games. Rhythm defeated Paducah 9-1 at Hendersonville. That ball's fouled off to the right side over the head of Frankie Delgado's warming up Juan Anderson down there as the runner was taking off Sam Kostronic, or Gunnar Bingham, but he retreats back to first base where there are runners at the corners. He stays there this time, and that's lined out to center field. Drew Robertson makes a diving catch. No, they say no. He throws over to third base to get the runner. It looked to me like Drew Robertson had made the catch, but the third base umpire was standing out there by second base, immediately singled the safe call, and that is another single that drives in a run. This one by Sammy Kostronic with 2 outs. Not really sure why or if Gunnar Bingham was holding up at first base, but Drew Robertson did a great job of being able to come in and at least smother that. But Gage Griggs scores, and Gunnar Bingham ends up over at third base, and that'll be the end of the night for Spencer Wilkins, who ends up going 6 2/3 innings. We'll take a break and tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
At Jersey Mike's, they slice your order fresh right in front of you. And let me tell you, watching that can send a rush of emotions through a person. Excitement, impatience, baby-like wonder, indecisive, anticipatory chewing, nerves pacing, happy claps, and finally, jealousy, because that's this guy's sub. I should order one. Good idea. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Here at Pizza Ranch, our research tells us kids love our buffet. All right, kids, to recap, your favorite things about eating at Pizza Ranch: pizza, chicken leg. Wait, who said pudding plate? Joey, what's a pudding plate?
It's a plate full of pudding.
Carl, put it on the board. Kids love Pizza Ranch, and parents love that kids eat free on Tuesday nights.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
I think this kid is onto something.
Hemphill Brothers call to the bullpen for the Rhythm. Juan Anderson from Georgia Southwestern, 6'1", 205-pound left-handed pitcher, is a junior from Miami Gardens, Florida. Transfer from the University of Cumberland's over to Georgia Southwestern, the son of Juan and Annabelle Anderson, staying at the home of Eric and Gay Sutley, along with fellow left-hander from Georgia Southwestern, Jordan Walden. He is on in relief of Spencer Wilkins. He comes in with runners at first and third with 2 outs, 2 runs in. Those runs are unearned. Juan Anderson in his 3rd appearance, thrown 1 2/3 innings, giving up 1 hit, 1 run. Throws that pitch outside. 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. Had a tough outing up at Fulton his last time out. Pitch in the dirt, blocked by Aiden Napier to preserve the lead for right now for full count. Count down goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Will Gibbs at the plate. He's 1 for 3. Fastball down in the dirt. Count goes 3-0. Paducah's put 2 runs in the bottom of the 1st and 2 runs here in the bottom of the 7th. There's ball 4, 4-pitch walk. That loads the bases for the number 3 hole hitter, Creighton Morse. Spencer Wilkins on the hook for 2 of these runners. And there's a pitch that goes to the backstop. Napier will throw to Anderson, and they will not be able to get Gunnar Bingham, and this ball game is tied on that wild pitch. So Spencer Wilkins cannot get the win. Can get the loss. Pitch misses inside. Juan Anderson thrown 6 wide of the mark so far. Sammy Kostronic down there at third base and Will Gibbs at second. There's a line drive down that right field line, but it will go foul. Stay inside the fenced areas. Reese Holbrook will go over to retrieve it. And the count goes 2 balls and a strike. Holbrook moved over to a little closer to the line over there in right field now. Pitch misses down low. Napier having to make sure that he's acting as a hockey goalie back there now. As Anderson's pitches, for the most part, have not been really close to the strike zone. 3-1. Another foul ball off to the right side. That'll get out of play. We'll have our very first full count first pitch foul ball. Or full count Ministries foul ball. Wait, I'll get it right here in a minute, Kennedy. It's a full count Ministries, full count. If he swings right here, it would be a full count first pitch foul ball. Probably the latest in a game that we've ever had our first full count. 19 of 54 of full count first pitch foul balls. Juan Anderson needs to throw a strike here to Creighton Morse, but he does not. That pitch stays high, and that is ball 4, second walk, given up by Juan Anderson, and that loads the bases. And out of the dugout comes Josh Carman, which typically means we'll have a new pitcher, and it looks like Carson Howard, who's been warming in the bullpen, will come on, as James Seiler says. Josh is now up to 188. Well, that's good. He needs to have a few biscuits. We'll be right back, tell you about the new pitcher when we come back on the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram knocks it out of the park with Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, all new vehicles come with a Rhythm exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles, no additional charge. That's a home run. Find your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram in Madison, just 10 minutes north of Nashville.
If you've got a dream, then we've got you covered. Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is like no other.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hill brothers call to the bullpen for the Rhythm. Number 7, Carson Howard on in relief. 5'10", 190-pound junior from North Alabama. The son of Rick and Trish Howard. He's from Pike Road, Alabama, near Montgomery. Health and fitness major. Brother named Jackson. Papa and Nana in Muscle Shoals. A second-year player for Full Count. He's staying at the host home of Todd and Melinda Neal. This is his second appearance. His first appearance was in a start up at Fulton against the Railroaders, and he went 5 innings and pitched to 15 batters. Gave up 1 hit, but that he was thrown to Aiden Napier. Aiden Napier threw the runner out, trying to stretch a 15-foot single into a double. And he comes on with the bases loaded and 2 outs in a tie ball game here against the Paducah Chiefs. Juan Anderson goes, pitches to 2 batters, walks both. And the first pitch that Howard delivers to Braden Frostman is fouled straight back. Frostman 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. He is the Paducah Chief right fielder. Howard, from the windup, throws one low and outside. He had a fantastic outing up there at Fulton. The only hit was a pop-up in front of home plate that Aiden Napier could not snag. Such a high pop-up that the batter, I can't remember now who it was, decided he might go ahead and take second base. Napier didn't put a glove on it and then picked it up off the ground and couldn't believe that the runner was going. There's a nice stop. Howard throws that one in the dirt. 3 balls and a strike as Rhythm here have walked 3 batters in the inning, given up 3 runs on only 2 hits. Bases loaded here. There's a strike on the outside corner. We'll have another Full Count Ministries full count with the bases loaded and 2 outs. So the merry-go-round will start as soon as Carson Howard goes into his delivery. And there they go. Tapped foul at the plate as Frostman fouled off ball 4. 1 for 1 on full count first pitch foul balls. And we'll do it all over again because the first time was so fun. Full count. Breaking pitch, swung on, foul tipped into the glove. Nice pitch by Carson Howard, and he retires Frostman to leave the bases loaded. 3 runs, they were unearned, all charged to Spencer Wilkins, so all 5 runs charged to Spencer, but only 2 were earned. Actually, only 1 was earned. The first one of the game was on an error, so I'll try to figure out my scoreboard, and we'll come back and see if the Rhythm can take the lead again. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese back in Paducah, Kentucky, where we are all knotted up at 5 as we head to the top of the 8th inning. New pitcher on for Paducah is Noah Boone from Southeastern Illinois College. He's also from Harrisburg, Illinois, just as center fielder Ben Brumball is. 6 foot, 200-pound sophomore, a right-hander, and he's on in relief of Colby Morse. Clean slate as the score is now 5-5. As I went back and checked, Spencer Wilkins did not give up an earned run at all. 2 runs in the first were unearned, as were the 3 runs in the 7th. Aiden Napier steps in to face Noah Boone. Shot down that third base line. Caleb Abney does the smart thing. He gets out of the way of that hard ground ball. That goes foul. Napier 1 for 3. Single in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th. Grounded out in the 6th, and batting here. And now down in the count, 0-2 in the top of the 8th inning. Breaking pitch just misses low and outside. One, 2. Napier checked a swing and pitch called a ball. Looks at that one, though, and that is strike 3 for the first out. Colby Morse goes 2 innings. He was up 2 hits, no runs. Sorry, gave up 1 run. Walker Strange steps in. Ball 1 to Strange. Pops one up. That'll get into the parking lot. Colby Moore struck out 2 batters. And now Noah Boone out there to pitch for Paducah, and he nearly hits Walker Strange with that pitch. Thanks for joining us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter tonight. I think our internet's been working pretty well. There's a slow breaking pitch that misses. Looking at a nice green box down here on my software that runs this whole program. 3-1 pitch to Walker. And he lines one out to center field. I don't think Brumball will be able to get that one. He'll catch that one on the hop, and Walker Strange gets his first hit of the ball game. From CAK, Christian Academy of Knoxville. Brings up Levi Perel, who's 2 for 3, singled and drove in a run in the second, doubled in a run in the fourth. And lined out to shortstop. Bottom part of the order, batting in the 2nd, 4th, 6th, and 8th innings. Perel with 1 out he's bunting for a hit. He does square, but pulls the bat back as that ball rides inside. Perel hit .326 this past year for Catawba. Had 56 hits in 50 games that he played, and he started all of them. He'll take a bruise right here. He was hit 9 times for Catawba this past year, and I think that's his first plunking of the year this year, putting runners at first and second base. And that will draw a trip out to the mound. And I believe that trip is actually Terry Tripp Sr., the head coach, not the pitching coach, Leon Worth. So the top of the order comes up. Reese Holbrook steps in. Pretty quick mound visit there. Let's see how Holbrook might have a hit in. He does. He's got a 5-game hitting streak going. It says that he played against the Bowling Green Pistons, but he did not get in that game. So he actually did not get here till the Paducah Chiefs win in Hendersonville. So it's given him 1 more game played than he actually did. Fouls that first pitch off. He likes to swing at that first pitch. He went 1 for 5 against the Chiefs with a double, 1 for 4 against the DuBois County Bombers, 2 for 5 against the Whirlybirds, and 2 for 4 against DuBois County, 3 for 5 in yesterday's game against Muhlenberg County, looking for his first hit of the contest here against the Chiefs. 0 for 4, 4 groundouts. Perfect time right now, Reese, to get that hit to extend your hitting streak. Six-game hit or winning streak on the line, and he fouls that one back. Got some folks sitting right in front of the press box here, so had to have that field mic down the whole time. We don't want to listen in on their conversation. Commit a federal violation. Interception of communication, Kennedy, just in case you wanted to know. FBI jargon right there. That's a 139 case. Breaking pitch. I don't know where that missed, but Reese Holbrook was praying. That was not called strike 3, and the count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're just listening into it. We're not recording it and using it for any kind of monetary gain. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Holbrook actually got a little piece of that one, says the home plate umpire, and he's down on strike, so it's going to take a 2-out knock. Drew Robertson steps to the plate. Second strikeout of the inning by Noah Boone, who's the third pitcher for Paducah. Jacob Ealing went 5 innings. Colby Morse goes 2. 10 hits now for the Rhythm. I believe that's the most in any game this year. The leading hitter in the OVL, at least according to number of hits, steps in. He looks now at 2 balls. Rhythm came in hitting .207. Big swing and a miss as one hand comes completely off the bat. Not sure what happened there. Rhythm had hit 9 hits twice. Once against the Bowling Green Pistons and once against these Paducah Chiefs, as Robertson swings and misses again. Looks like he's needing a little bit of pine tar, maybe some dirt on that. And the count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs and 2 on here in the top of the 8th inning. So 9 hits against the Whirlybirds back on June 9th and 9 against Bowling Green. That pitch is in the dirt, and we'll have a full count. Ministries full count. So none through the first 7+ innings. And now we're rolling right along with several. I think this is at least the third of full count. Ministries full count, and the runners go, and the pitch is outside. And the bases are now loaded for Josh Seiler. First walk by Noah Boone after hitting Levi Perrell. So a strikeout, a single by Walker Strange, then a hit batter, a strikeout and a walk have loaded the bases, and Josh Seiler steps in. He's been on base 3 out of 4 times and looking to give the Rhythm the lead. All 188 pounds of Josh Seiler as that pitch is low and outside. The DH for the Rhythm today. Boone steps off the rubber. That's his one disengagement for this batter. Saw that disengagement rule broken yesterday with second disengagement. Counts as a ball to the batter. There's a pitch called strike to the Trojan from Trevecca, Nazarene. Breaking pitch. Nice block there. It gets away from Creighton Morse, but not far enough for Walker Strange to score. Walker Strange at third, Levi Perrell at second, Drew Robertson at first. If this ball gets in the gap, you can expect Robertson to score. Yes, he is very quick. Nobody holding him on. Foul ball off to the right side, gets into the parking lot yet again. It'll be another 2-ball, 2-strike count. Third batter in a row that the count has gone 3-2. Big moment here in the ball game, 5-5 in the top of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss, and Boone buried a sinker that Seiler could not catch up. So he strikes out the side, does not allow a run, but the bases were loaded. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 3 runners left on. That's 10 runners left on base by the Rhythm. We are going to the bottom of the 8th. Tied up 5-5. Carson Howard back out for the bottom of the 8th. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
At Jersey Mike's, they slice your order fresh right in front of you. And let me tell you, watching that can send a rush of emotions through a person. Excitement, impatience, baby-like wonder, indecisive, anticipatory chewing, nerves pacing, happy claps, and finally, jealousy, because that's this guy's sub. I should order one. Good idea. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Here at Pizza Ranch, our research tells us kids love our buffet. All right, kids, to recap, your favorite things about eating at Pizza Ranch: pizza, chicken leg. Wait, who said pudding plate? Joey, what's a pudding plate?
It's a plate full of pudding.
Carl, put it on the board. Kids love Pizza Ranch, and parents love that kids eat free on Tuesday nights.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
I think this kid is onto something.
Bottom of the 8th we go. Javi Beal, who led off the 7th inning, squares around a bunt. The pitch is called a strike. Led off with a ground out to Levi Perrell, but Chiefs ended up scoring 3 runs after that. There's a fastball that misses out. Carson Howard from University of North Alabama on in relief, and he is now the pitcher of record. Gets a called strike there. Pitched at 20 appearances for UNA this past spring, all in relief. That ball's fouled over the top of on-deck batter Ben Brumbaugh. 20 appearances, had a 3-1 record, almost 40 innings of work. Struck out 23 batters. There's a ground ball up the middle. Perrell will snag it before he goes in a wild throw. That didn't have a chance to get Beal, but Levi Perrell did a great job just to keep that ball in the infield. That'll be an infield single for Javi Beal. Levi can cover a lot of ground out there. Just a good thing he didn't let that thing sail where it goes over the screen at all. Ben Brumbaugh steps up. Let's see if he's bunting. He is not. First pitch in there for a called strike. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch. Howard ahead 0-2. Paducah does not have a sacrifice bunt on the year. Some coaches don't believe in that in the summer. They said, we want you up there hacking away, not practicing your bunting. I think it's baseball, and if I was coaching, I'd have laid down a bunt here. Foul ball. Count remains 1-2 strikes. Of course, I have no idea if Ben Brumbaugh can bunt, but typically center fielders are guys who can run. Guys who can run, they can bunt. So I'd be very surprised if he could not. Nathan Lang, the left fielder, standing on deck. Another tap foul at the plate. Cooper Holbrook in left, Drew Robertson in center, Reese Holbrook in right, Walker Strange at third, Levi Perrell at short, Ethan Huddleston at second base, Caleb Nix at first. Aiden Napier behind the plate, catching the third pitcher for the Rhythm tonight, Carson Howard. Breaking pitch, fouled at the plate, comes up and hits Brumbaugh. Spencer Wilkins goes 6 2/3 innings, gives up 4 hits, 5 runs, none of which were earned. 2 runs in the first inning. 2 errors by Spencer Wilkins. So he shot himself in the foot there, but he recovered nicely with 1, 2, 3 innings in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Breaking pitch, and yes, another foul ball. Did walk 3 batters, struck out 6, and will get a no decision here in his 3rd appearance, all by starts for the 23 season for Full Count Rhythm, his 2nd year with Full Count. Stays at the home of John and Amy Smithson. Fastball swung on and missed, and down goes Brumball for the first out. Nice pitch. It jammed Brumball there. 2nd strikeout in 3 batters for Carson Howard. He came on with the bases loaded, and the cleanup hitter Frostman at the plate. He struck him out on a full count. Left-handed hitting left fielder Nathan Lang looks at the first pitch. Called strike. Okay, we'll get him struck out and get that out up on the board. Another swing and a miss. Lang, who struck out twice, is 1 strike away from going down for the 3rd time in 4 at-bats. From Bellarmine University, taps 1 foul at the plate. Kevil, Kentucky, K-E-V-I-L. It's evil with a K. I don't want to call it Keevil. 5'10", 185-pound senior. Assume a teammate of Aaron Hash, who plays for the Rhythm, right-handed pitcher. Swing and a miss. Napier bluffs a throw to first base, but does not throw it. Howard strikes out another batter, Gage Griggs, who walked in the 7th inning and later scored, steps in. He ended up walking ahead of that 2-out single. There's a shot to shortstop Levi Perot. Flips over to Huddleston for out number 3 to retire the side. So after giving up an infield single, Carson Howard comes back to retire the next 3 batters. And we're headed to the top of the 9th inning, 5-5. Rhythm need some more hits and some runs to get out ahead of the Paducah Chiefs here in Paducah. Be home tomorrow to play the Henderson Flash, but want to come home with a winning streak intact. You're listening to the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions, right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese back in Paducah, Kentucky. We move to the top of the 9th inning. Noah Boone still out on the mound. He's in for his 2nd inning of work. He'll face 4, 5, and 6 in the Rhythm order. Cooper Holbrook, Caleb Nix, and Ethan Huddleston. Holbrook looks at a first pitch, breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Holbrook 1 for 3, 2 RBIs. He waves at a breaking pitch, down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Our Chick-fil-A Rivergate alumni spotlight tonight is Zach Bowes, a 2021 player for Full Count Rhythm from Station Camp High School. Holbrook fouls that one off. Third baseman and one of the most popular players in Full Count Rhythm. Zach Bowes played his college baseball at Carson Newman. Just graduated from Carson Newman this past May with a Bachelor of Business Administration, now working for a commercial real estate outfit called CBRE as Cooper Holbrook swings and misses at another breaking pitch. And he is the first out here in the ninth. Caleb Nix steps to the plate. In the first year that ended in a runner-up finish for the Full Count Rhythm, Zach Bowes played in 42 games, 43 hits, 10 doubles, 3 home runs, 17 RBIs. He hit 277 for the Kenny Thomas coached Full Count Rhythm. As Caleb Nix steps up and hits one to deep center field, back goes Brumball, but this is a 400-plus foot center field, and he makes the catch for out number 2. On a loud out. Zach Bowes working for CBRE in their retail marketing group, and he is seeking his real estate license currently and still living at home with Don and Jan Bowes, I believe are his parents' names. His first pitch into Huddleston for a called strike. Ground ball to short. Kastronic up with it and throws on the run, and Huddleston retired. We're going to go to the bottom of the ninth. We'll keep it right here. Zach Bowes living at, as I said, home, and he is, he had indicated to me that he was going to be moving out here soon. I got a text from him earlier today. What a nice young man that he is, and enjoyed getting to know him a little bit last year. He's probably going to be at the ball game tomorrow to see the Rhythm take on the Henderson Flash. But he said he is currently working on getting his real estate license, planning on moving out in mid-July. Checked with Harrison Travis, who was a teammate at Carson Newman with Zach Bowes, along with Henry Jackson and Aiden Napier. And Zach said that his baseball career is over. I think he does have another year of eligibility, but he is, since he graduated in May, he's moving on with his life. He's excited about what God has in store for him as he starts his career. Several of us were invited to and attended a baptism of Zach Bowes. I believe it was this past winter at Long Hollow Church. I was trying to remember who did. Jacob Oldham. Jacob baptized, I think, Zach there at Long Hollow, and there were several folks there, a testament to the popularity of Zach for the Full Count Rhythm, and that was a year and a half after he played. He was supposed to be back with the Rhythm last year in the 2022 season, but had an injury and had to bow out. But Zach Bowes is our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate alumni spotlight today. Stay tuned after the game. We'll have a quick recap and name the Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram player of the game and the Full Count Ministries verse of the game. Right now, Gunnar Bingham steps in to face our Hemphill brothers' call to the bullpen for the Rhythm, which is Logan Harrell, right-hander from Good Pasture High School, and he delivers the first 2 pitches to Gunnar Bingham that are in there for called strikes. Logan Harrell headed to Trevecca Nazarene in the fall after graduating from Good Pasture High School. Bingham fouls that one off. Bingham had a big RBI single in the bottom of the 7th inning that tied the ball game. Sorry, it did not. That was Sammy Kastronic that had that single that tied the game. Popped up. It should get out of play. Walker Strange over to the fence and sees that one land in the Chiefs bullpen. Bingham ended up scoring the tying run. That's what it was. Scored on a wild pitch. 5-5, bottom of the 9th. Swing and a miss. It comes out of Aiden Napier's glove. He'll have to throw down to first base. And the throw to Caleb Nix is in time to get the runner. That brings up the top of the lineup, Sammy Kastronic, who's 1 for 3. So Carson Howard goes an inning and a third, gives up 1 hit, no runs, does not walk a batter, strikes out 3. Great relief appearance. Now Logan Harrell is the pitcher of record. First pitch swinging, Kastronic fouls that one off. We're at the top of the stands and bleachers are right in front of the press box. There's a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. I asked the question on the bus ride up here of somebody and said, if you could have 9 of that guy, Logan Harrell strikes out Kastronic on 3 pitches. If you could have 9 of that guy and you could go play a ball game, who would you want to have? And all of a sudden people start pointing at Logan Harrell. He can pitch, he can catch, and he can definitely play first base. I'm pretty sure there's not a position out there that he can't play. Will Gibbs steps up with 2 out and nobody on. Another first pitch swinging foul ball into the parking lot. Haven't heard any glass breakage yet. Will Gibbs is 1 for 3. Harrell's fastball, a little chin music right there. That started about 6:34 tonight, so we're coming up on 2.5 hours. There's a check swing, but he didn't fully check. Home plate umpire said he went. Is Kennedy Carmen, for some reason, is getting ready to leave. We're going to play a 10th inning here, Kennedy. There's a ground ball down to first base. Caleb Nix will get it right on the line, step on first base, and we're going to have our first extra inning ball game of the year. No runs, no hits, no errors, and we are headed to the 10th inning. 5-5. You're listening to the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
Whatever your destination in life, you can get there easier with a checking account from F&M Bank. At F&M, our checking accounts give you the tools you need to manage your money well, like our smart free checking account that's actually free, because sometimes the basics are more than enough. Making lives better by making banking easier. Come see us at one of our branches or online at myfmbank.com. F&M Bank. Banking made easy. On purpose. Member FDIC.
Slim Chickens makes it easy to feed your hungry crowd. Fresh hand-breaded tenders, perfectly fried wings, and all the southern sides made fresh for you. It's easy. Just order on the Slim's app or website and leave everything to us. You can get it delivered right to your door. Any party, any size. Slim's has your crowd covered. Download the Slim Chickens app to order and earn rewards.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Man, Slim Chicken sounds pretty good right now. I did not fully prepare and not eat something before the game. Looks like the home plate umpire walking over. We might have a change. Still have Noah Boone on the mound. So if we have change, we do have the international rule where the runner comes out and is on second base. I forgot about that. All right, let's see if the change that home plate umpires. Jackson Cawthorn is in the game, and we have a pinch runner. We do. Zeb Burns is the pinch runner out at second base. So a runner at second. First pitch swinging is Jackson Cawthorn. That'll get a runner over to third base. He'll be retired. He is pinch hitting for Aiden Napier. The catcher probably will go in behind the plate. Works just like a bunt, and now Walker Strange will step to the plate.
Third baseman number 6, Walker Strange.
So Zeb Burns has come in for Ethan Huddleston to run, and he is now at third base. First pitch to Walker Strange, who singled into center field. His last at-bat is a ball. That's a shot down the third base line, and that will get in there for a base hit. Zeb Burns scores on the single by Walker Strange, and the Rhythm have taken a 6-5 lead. I didn't get Zeb off a second. I got him at the plate now. Walker Strange delivers an RBI single.
Shortstop number 1, Levi Perrell.
Levi Perrell at the plate. He squares around the bunt, pulls it back again. Pitch is a ball. Perrell looks at ball 2. Now looking at 3 balls and no strikes is Levi Perrell. Napier will probably go into second base for Huddleston. .30 pitch goes 4 straight balls. And that puts runners at first and second with Reese Holbrook another chance to extend that hitting streak. Second walk for Boone.
Top of the order, right-hander number 2, Reese Holbrook.
Now 11 hits. There is activity, and there's a left-hander down in the bullpen, and out comes head coach Terry Tripp Sr. I would expect that he's going to take the baseball from Noah Boone, and he does call for the left-hander, so we'll have a pitching change for the Paducah Chiefs. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this. Tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
Score home run deals from your hometown dealer. Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We've got Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every new vehicle comes with Rhythm's exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles at no additional charge. We've got great deals on deck, so step up to the plate. Find your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram at rhythmcdjr.com. Feel the rhythm, love the ride.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions, right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
New pitcher for the Paducah Chiefs here in the top of the 10th inning in relief of Noah Boone is Jackson Pittman. 5'10", 170-pound left-hander from Lincoln Trail College. Also from Harrisburg, Illinois. Should have counted up how many Harrisburg, Illinois players there are here. There's a bunch. Kevin Pomeroy checks in and says, "Yes, sir, cornbread." Well, he's talking about Walker Strange, who he has nicknamed Cornbread. Walker Strange, a country boy now. Quiet. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Betting if you have a conversation with him, you don't get a whole lot out of him. He holds his info close to the vest. I haven't had an occasion to have much of a conversation with him, but he had a big hit right here down that third base line to drive in the ghost runner. It's not a ghost, Aiden Napier, who in international rules, you put a runner on at second base with nobody out to start the inning. Paducah will get the same treatment in the bottom of the 10th inning. That first pitch from Pittman sails over the head of Reese Holbrook. And Reese, you need to pull that bat down there with you when you pull the head down. Otherwise, the chance there's a foul ball. Reese Holbrook 0 for 5. Looking to extend his 5-game hitting streak. Just what he wanted was to face a left-hander. It goes 2 balls and no strikes. Pittman's third appearance of the year, actually first appearance in relief. He started 2 other games. He has an 0-1 record. 3 balls and no strikes. In his 4 2/3 innings, given up 5 hits, 11 runs, 10 which were earned, and he has 8 walks. And so this is not a surprise probably to the Chiefs coaching staff as he comes in. 3 strikeouts in 4 2/3, and he gets a call there on a 3-0 wide zone. So Walker Strange down at second base. Levi Perrell, who walked, is on at first with 1 out, 1 run already in. Sliced down that left field line, but it will twist foul. We'll have a full count. Ministries full count. On deck, Drew Robertson, another left-handed batter. Josh Carman's going to have to start breaking up these left-handed batters. Can't put Reese Holbrook and Drew Robertson back-to-back unless they like hitting against left-handed pitchers. I hadn't seen too many lefties that do. 3-2 pitch, misses for a ball 4, and the bases are now loaded for that left-handed center fielder, Drew Robertson.
Center fielder number 3, Drew Robertson.
So Walker Strange now at third and Levi Perrell at second. Reese Holbrook. We've had this before, seemed like maybe it wasn't Reese, it was Drew Robertson who drew the walk with Josh Seiler up. There's a breaking pitch that catches that outside corner. Nice pitch. Whoops. Not a ball. Strike up there. Corners are in. Another breaking pitch. And Robertson, I'm not sure if he's not in agreement with it or. That's 2 really good pitches by Jackson Pittman to the left-handed hitting Drew Robertson. That one's in the dirt. Tried to get him to chase. Nice block by Creighton Morse. It's behind the plate. I believe we still have Nathan Lang out there in left field. Ben Brumbaugh in center and Braden Frostman in right. Gage Griggs at third, Sammy Kostronic at short, Will Gibbs at second, and Hobby Beal at first base. Drew Robertson waves and foul tips that ball into the mitt of Creighton Morrison. He's down on strikes. That's not an at-bat right there that Drew Robertson's going to remember fondly. And out of the dugout comes head coach, and he's going righty matchups. So the lefty pitched to two left-handers, walked one and struck out one. 2 outs now, so we'll have another call to the bullpen. I'll tell you about the new pitcher we return on the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
Since 1980, Hemp Hill Brothers Coach Company has been rolling strong in the coach rental industry right here in our own backyard of Tennessee. At Hemp Hill Brothers, we bring a personal and customized approach to every project we work on. This is why our clients love riding with us and why they trust us to get them to wherever they need to be. Plus, at Hemp Hill Brothers, all coach rentals include a driver for your trip. Hemp Hill Brothers are proud to provide transportation for the Full Count Rhythm all season long. And listen for the Hemp Hill Brothers call to the bullpen this season. If you're interested in more info, find us on the web at hemphillbrothers.com or give us a call at 615-876-9000. That number again is 615-876-9000.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And we will have a Hemp Hill Brothers call to the bullpen for the Paducah Chiefs. In relief of Jackson Pittman is Jordan Eaton, a right-hander from Three Rivers College. 6 foot, 170-pound sophomore from Patterson, Missouri. He is on for his third appearance of the year, all in relief. He does have one save. They have two as a team. He's pitched 3 innings, has not given up a hit or a run, has walked 4 batters and struck out 4. 0 ERA, and he's coming in with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Don't have the statistic for them that indicates how many inherited runners have scored. That's beyond the scope of the OVL statistical machine, I'm sure. Eaton has hit 1 batter and has 3 wild pitches, so that is positive news for the Full Count Rhythm as Josh Seiler steps in with bases loaded again, 2 outs, which is where he was in the 8th inning. Looking to have a little better result this time. Wind up, and the first pitch swinging Seiler fouls that one off the backstop. Rhythm scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, 1 in the 7th, and 1 here in the 10th. And Seiler nearly gets hit in that upper left rib. Didn't want to take that one as Eaton working quickly. Now 2 balls and a strike. 6 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors for Full Count. 5 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for Paducah. Another pitch high, and then we got a 3-1 count. And Eaton in danger of walking in another run. Not that he walked one in, but a second run for the Rhythm here in the 10th. And the windup, and that is ball 4. There is an RBI for Josh Seiler on the walk, and the Rhythm take a 7-5 lead. That's the 3rd walk of the inning. Walker Strange comes in. Levi Perel moves down to 3rd. Reese Holbrook at 2nd. And now Josh Seiler at first base. Cooper Holbrook steps in. He swings, and it's a ground ball into the right side. He gets through to right field. 1 run scores. Here comes another one to throw to the plate, and he is toasted cheese. Reese Holbrook looks like he comes up hobbling a bit, as the Rhythm do get one more on the single to right field, which is a great place to send the ball today. Holbrook cut down 9-2 for out number 3. Aggressive approach, but not the wrong approach in my opinion. I thought it was a good call by Caleb Abney down there to put the pressure on the defense. So Levi Perrell comes along to score as the Rhythm score 3 in the top of the 10th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 10th, see if we can hold on. Logan Harrell out there to save his own win. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram knocks it out of the park with Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, all new vehicles come with a Rhythm exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles, no additional charge. That's a home run. Find your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram in Madison, just 10 minutes north of Nashville.
If you've got a dream, then we've got you covered. Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is like no other.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese back for the bottom of the 10th inning as new catcher Jackson Cothran out to talk to Logan Harrell, on for his second inning of work. And Aiden Napier has moved out to second base. Logan Harrell will face 3, 4, and 5 in the Paducah Chief lineup to see if he can nail down his win. First pitch fouled off into the parking lot off to the right side. Creighton Morse 0 for 3 with a walk. There's a fastball, catches that outside corner for called strike, and Harrell is dealing. Retired the 3 batters he faced in the bottom of the 9th with the game on the line. He hadn't even stepped foot, other than a recruiting visit, into a college classroom yet. Ball gets by. Let's see, I forgot to put our runner at second base. First extra inning ball game. Make sure that is Will Gibbs out there at second base. That is fisted. It will get just over the fence there by some of the relief pitchers that are sitting right outside the press box. Somebody, I think, tried to make a play barehanded. I saw him act like it hurt his hand when it hit him. Not sure if that was Jackson Underwood down there. Just see the tops of their head. Popped up. That will get out of play. And that will just get over the stands off to the right side. And there is the glass breakage sound. Thanks for joining us tonight on Full Count Rhythm YouTube channel, on Facebook, and on Twitter. 8-5, Rhythm now lead with 3 runs in the top of the 10th inning. After leading, popped out to right field. This could get a runner over. Reese Holbrook will make the catch, and the runner will stay. Strong throw by Reese Holbrook to Walker Strange, and there is 1 out. When that runner at second base, if in fact they score, as the Rhythms runner, Aiden Napier, who scored, that's not an earned run to the pitcher or to the team. So it's a run charged to the pitcher, but it's not an earned run charged. Now, Braden Frostman will step in with 1 out and a 1 on. He is 0 for 3 with a walk. He grounds 1 foul toward the tarp. Something the Full Count Rhythm players don't have to worry about at Drex Creek Park. It's a artificial turf field, so they never put a tarp on over at Volunteer State, where I broadcast the last couple of years. There is tarp duty there. So Walker Strange will have to get him some tarp duty. He didn't have to do it over at Lipscomb. That's a full turf field at Lipscomb University. As Braden Frostman now down in the count 0-2. Logan Harrell on for his 4th appearance, and he gets Frostman on that breaking pitch, and it's Chiefs now down to their last out. 3rd strikeout for Harrell. Harrell looking for his 3rd win of the young season. Rhythm come in with a 7-3 mark, and Logan has 2 of those wins in just 3 2/3 innings. He's pitching in inning 2 here in this ball game. Spencer Wilkins started, went 6 2/3 innings. Juan Anderson, Carson Howard, and now Logan Harrell. So he gets Javi Beal swinging. Down in the dirt. Logan Harrell has been our Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram player of the game once, but that was as a player. He was 2 for 4 and had a couple doubles, 4 RBIs in that game. And he is working toward becoming the player of the game on the mound. And he gets a called strike, and the Chiefs now down to their last strike. Javi Beal is 2 for 4. Had a 2-run double in the first that gave the Chiefs an early 2-1 lead, but Rhythm tied it up in the top of the 2nd inning, had not trailed since. Breaking pitch misses down and in. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes with Ben Brumbaugh on deck. Fouled off. So Zeb Burns at second base. Caleb Nix at first. Levi Perel still at short. Walker Strange at 3rd. Jackson Cothran behind the plate. He came in for Aiden Napier. And outfield firm of Holbrook, Robertson, and Holbrook still out there. That pitch in the dirt. That will get off the chest protector of Jackson Cothran, and runner will move up to 3rd base, and the count goes full. Full Count Ministries, full count. Only had 1 swing on a full count tonight by my records. They are unofficial, and they mean nothing to anybody else but me. But it helps me remember my college baseball coach, Dave Whitten, who told me that stat years ago. Here it is. Full count pitch. Just misses. Wow. Javi Beal started to go, but able to hold up, and the home plate umpire says no, that did not get into the box. So runners now at 1st and 3rd. The tying run at the plate in the person of Ben Brumbaugh. No home runs hit by either one of these teams, and that ball's popped right over the top of this press box, occupied by yours truly. And how old are you, Kennedy? 12. going on 17? Not yet. 12-year-old Kennedy Carmen, one of 4 of the Josh and Brooke Carmen clan. There's a weak hit ground ball to second. Going to be a tough play. It overthrown. 1 run scores. That'll be an infield single. It's a tough play by Zeb Burns. But he throws it over the head, and that errant throw allows Javi Beal to go to third base. So that's the 4th error for the Rhythm. And the lead is now, I've got 8-6. They got 4 runs in the top of the 10th inning. But I think that only 3, they counted that run, Reese Holbrook, for some reason. So an infield single by Ben Brumball drives in a run, and Logan Harrell delivers fastball to Nathan Lang, who fouls it off. So the runner that was put on at second base, he ends up scoring. That was Will Gibbs in the international rules. So that's an unearned run to Logan Harrell. And the error on the throw, don't see an error that they put up on the board, but that allowed Javi Beal to go from second to third on that infield single. 0-2 count now to Nathan Lang. And Game Changer does have the score correct at 8-6. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Logan Harrell gets the strikeout to end the ball game and get the win. And Full Count wins 8-6 over the Paducah Chiefs. Moved to 8-3 on the season. Chiefs fall to 5-6. And this game has gone final. And let's get a final up there in 10 innings, our first extra inning ball game. And our Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram player of the game. Let's see, is it Logan Harrell? Walker Strange had a couple hits. Levi Perrell with a couple hits. Josh Seiler with a couple hits. And we're going to go with Logan Harrell on the mound with his 3rd win of the year as our Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram player of the game. Let's get to our Full Count Ministries verse of the game, brought to us by Kennedy Carmen. It is out of John in the 16th chapter, verse 13. But when he, the Spirit of truth, comes, he will guide you into all the truth. He will not speak on his own. He will speak only what he hears, and he will tell you what is yet to come. He's speaking of the Holy Spirit, the Counselor, and that's who Jesus has left us with here, and we thank God for him. Well, that'll do it from Brooks Stadium here at Doc Heidig Field in Paducah, Kentucky. The Rhythm defeat the Paducah Chiefs 8-6 in 10 innings. And this is Tim Reese along with Kennedy Carmen for head coach and general manager Josh Carmen saying so long for tonight. We'll talk to you from Hendersonville, Tennessee tomorrow in a game against the Henderson Flash. God bless you. Thank you for listening on the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
This has been another Full Count Rhythm baseball game presented by Full Count Ministry and Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. See you next time on the Full Count Broadcast Network.